and we can get it poppin'. You know how these joints go. We can jump into it,
Yeah, for sure.
right? Yeah, once again from the great minds of nine Talm Bout. It's 4th&10. Got the homie James. That's how you introduce yourself? What you go by?
Yeah. Who that nigga out here rapping like the rain do? Who them niggas out here dropping when them hits do? We them niggas get it done, ain't no issues. We the type to run it up, wear my track shoes. Take my time with it. Oh, that's your bitch, nigga. Take my time in it. I'ma pull up, give him 30 nigga. That's a workout, I ain't really talking no violence, nigga. Let's ride, nigga. Hit my Diddy bop, I don't give a fuck about no Diddy nigga. Keep it real, there's a couple niggas that's out here wanna be that nigga. I don't got no idols, my only idol is that money nigga. I wake up, I get to it, I don't got time for no bullshit. Switchy on the Cleats, tap the trigger, spray the.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
All right, where you from? What's your squad? What's on the back of your jersey?
Yeah. I'm from originally born like in Korea, but obviously, grew up in. I mean, I wouldn't say Northern Virginia. I've lived in Northern Virginia since like sixth grade, so lived in all different places like Philly, Tennessee, Texas, and Virginia. So been all over, honestly, like a traveling man for real. Um, Who my squad? Oh, that's a hard question. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I be a journeyman for real. But if I had to say who I'm repping, I would say Rogue because we up and coming. I do see that, but obviously, like for traveling wise, it's God Boss for sure. Straw Hats hasn't gone to like a tournament in a while, but my up and coming was obviously like the background was Straw Hats, like my up and coming, but nowadays it's definitely like Rogue because I'm trying to bring them to tournaments and all that stuff. Back in my jersey, always number 10. Been changing it up, the name. It used to be Cheetah all the time, but now it's either JJ, Cheetah, like James, my last name. It'd be switching up, but definitely, if people trying to find me, it definitely gonna be like number 10 with Cheetah, most likely.
Okay, what's the significance behind the number 10?
For the growing up when I was playing like high school football, like my favorite player was like Tyreek Hill and the way he was playing and stuff. And then also I'm a big Eagles fan. And like the very first game that I've ever watched, like obviously I wasn't born in America, so I didn't know what football was. So one of the very first games that I vividly remember watching was Deshaun Jackson's punt return against the Giants. Miracle in the yeah. Yeah, that joint. And then from then I was like, all right, yeah, like I'm in Philly. I'm gonna be a Philly fan, and obviously like the number 10 is a cool number. It's not an ugly number or anything like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take number 10. And then growing up, I was like, Djax is like that too. So I was like, all right, and then that's kind of how I like got my up and coming with the number, and then I realized there was a better number 10 in Tyreek Hill, and I was like, oh, like I like that too. So that was the name and the number.
Yeah, this episode might not come out because of that answer, yo. I remember being in a bar. I remember because I'm a Giants fan. I
Oh,
remember being in
dang.
a bar and like when the kickoff and the ball hit the ground and it bounced in the air for him to catch it, I walked out the bar because I already knew what the fuck was about to happen. Like I
Oh
knew
my
he was
God,
about to house
you
this
knew what
joint.
was
Yeah, I
going
didn't
on. You
see
knew
it.
what was
I
going
didn't see it
on.
for like 2 weeks. Also, like I just, yeah, I can't. Yeah, it's so funny that that's the example you chose to pull out. That's what put you on
Yeah, no, I
the
saw your reaction. You was blown when I said that. I was like, dang, he definitely a Giants fan.
flag. That's a little secret I don't tell too many people. What sports you played growing up?
Oh man. I think honestly, like growing up, I played like everything you could think of, like soccer, baseball, basketball. I didn't even play football until I was in like freshman year of high school for real. So I grew up playing basketball, baseball, soccer. I even played dabbled like tennis, all that, did swimming. So it's like, just typical kid, exploring all these different sports for real. But I think if I had to like say I chose one sport growing up was definitely basketball for sure.
Okay, okay. Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
Who put me on the flag? I think for in like the Korean community, like I think Noah said it too. it's like a big church thing going up. That's playing flag football in general, but it's like in a co-ed sense. So with girls at the church and like the youth group and all that stuff. But definitely said sixth or seventh grade, Danny Cho was actually a leader at my church. So
Hmm.
he put me on the flag, and obviously back then he wasn't as good as he is now. Like obviously over time you get better and better and better playing comp and all that. But that was also when like FXA wasn't like ginormous as it is now, but it was like pretty new and stuff. And he was in like six. I was in like sixth or seventh grade. He was teaching me like what flag football is and stuff like that. I've always wanted to play football since like middle school, but my parents were like, you got to wait until high school to play a tackle. So I was like, oh, flag looks pretty dope. Let me get into it. So I think for sure like seventh grade, but like sixth grade, I was opened up to it.
Okay, okay. All right, getting to the 10 question. What's your favorite format?
Oh man, I think for sure, 5 man. 5 man, because for me, eights, there's so many different things that could go wrong that I
Hmm.
can't really control. But like in fives too, it's usually man or it's usually a zone. And like obviously for me, the routes I run are like a lot of deep posts, like digs, all that stuff where I can get 10, 15 yards down the field, make one man miss, it's just touchdown right away. So I think fives for sure is my favorite format.
Okay, okay. What format is the most fun to play? Not best competition, but just straight fun.
Straight fun. I think going up when I first played was definitely 8v8 co-ed. Just cause well that was like before the 7v7, but 8v8 co-ed was the most fun just because it's like I know I'm always gonna be playing like men's comp, all that stuff, but when do I get a chance to play with my homegirls and all that stuff too, you know what I mean? So it's like the friends that I'm friends with, like they're not the best. They might not be the best or they might be good, but they just need to be put on. So it's like for like my rogue peoples or like my straw hats peoples, they're like they family. So it's
Mhm.
like playing co-ed definitely more fun. But nowadays, what's the most fun to play? I'd say definitely 5v5 for sure. For
Okay,
sure. Yeah.
okay. Ideally, what position do you want to play when you pull up?
When I pull up, growing up I only played receiver, but like honestly, like flag's so different. So like I've been playing a lot of center. I've been playing a lot of receiver. Been playing like double QB, all that stuff. But if I had to choose one position to choose, it would definitely just be in the slot, like be a slot merchant, like make a man miss, all that stuff. Get busy.
Okay, okay. Who's the best quarterback you've played with?
Oh, see, I knew this question was gonna come up too. Like, this is hard for real. Because like I know like these 4th and 10s, I know how it goes. I'll be watching this. You be asking about the quarterbacks. For me, it's so hard. Because again, it's like growing up, I played with a guy named Tavel. Tavel Young throws. He's not really in the FXA scene. He got school right now and everything. Growing up, that was my quarterback for like 2, 3 years, and then obviously we parted ways because we playing like separate high schools, went to different churches and stuff like that. Like growing up, that was my quarterback, and then Noah, that's just like my guy. That's like my guy. I've known him since like seventh grade, so like literally like half my life almost. But like again, I play with Danny, I play with Lincoln, I play with Fatty. Like that's why I was like when you came up with this question, it's hard, bro. But I think if I had to choose like the person that I would want to, well, for me, I'm not even selfish, but I just think as a receiver, like when it comes down to it, you'd want to make the plays. You'd want to get the ball in those certain situations. And I think the person to deliver that to me would be Noah because he'd be trusting me with it. But in a tournament sense, definitely like I always ride or die with Lincoln because Lincoln's like that. But obviously once Noah starts traveling, I'm gonna be with Noah because Noah my guy. Me and Noah got that chemistry. Like we know, like oh, like we gotta check to this, we gotta change to this, and I know we know the timings, we know all that because we grew up and that's family for real. So definitely Noah.
Okay, okay. Who's the most slept on player you've played with?
Slept on. Ooh. I think Rogue Connor. Not a lot of people talk about Connor. He growing up, he used to be like that. Like he used to play quarterback and just buy time for days. So like the formats that we played in growing up in college, like before they got introduced to FXA scene, was just like there's a guy quarterback, and again, it was a lot of co-ed going on because it's like you want to play with your friends and all that stuff. But he used to buy time for days. So I remember like sending like three rush at him. He wasn't getting sacked because he was getting busy back at quarterback. And then like obviously like he stopped playing quarterback and stuff like that. But people got reintroduced to him as a center, and he be getting busy on people, bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
But not a lot of people talk about him because our team is stacked. Because we got like Jason, we got me, we got Brandon, like we got all that. But people don't be talking about Connor. But Connor be getting busy. He be getting to it for real. Like I
yeah,
seen it. I seen him at his best too. So like he be getting active.
yeah. That's a name I've been hearing, but I think when we played against y'all last week, that was my first time actually seeing.
Yeah, for sure.
He
Cause
moved.
he be out and about now. But I used to see him back in the day too, so I know he be getting busy.
Hmm. Hmm. All right. What's the hardest part of flag nobody prepares you for?
I mean, honestly, just flag pulling, bro. Like you can prepare all you want, but once you get introduced to the dip, spins, jumps, all that, the hip twist, like people don't realize, like people going, like especially like these college kids are like, dang, you can't pull flags, you can't pull flag. I'm telling you, bro, like flag pulling is like the main thing that you know, but like you can't practice somebody jumping on you, dipping on you, hip twisting on you. Like you can't practice that. Like that's nobody told me. Like when I first played, I remember I seen somebody dip. I was like, "What the hell is that? Like, what is going on?" But that's definitely something that you can't prepare for. Because like again, growing up, I played high school football, so it's like route running, like playing defense, like contact, non-contact, and like knowing where to go, zone beaters, all that. I knew that going up. So it's like the pre-reads, all that stuff, like that's calm. But like after the catch is what like nobody told me was different ball game for real.
Okay. Okay. All right. Talk to me about playing for Mason.
Yeah, that was cool, bro. Like, obviously, unfortunately, like I was a COVID year senior, so I had a bunch of like Division 3 offers, believe it or not. But obviously, those just didn't pan out. I didn't want to spend a year paying like 50, 60K a semester, 70K a semester at these private schools out of state,
Mm,
just to be like, what if the season goes? You know what I mean? And it's like for me, I was like, education is the most important thing. I'm not gonna go to the league. Like I wasn't gonna play professionally. It was just like something that I love doing. And where can I play in college still with the pads on and everything? And I was like Mason. So freshman year I actually didn't play at all. And then sophomore year I played. Our team was like that, but they ain't put me on offense. Like so they didn't even put me on offense until senior year. So
mm,
like when I joined the team, I was like, well, I'm trying to play receiver, all that stuff. I mean, like, because that's what I grew up playing in high school. But then all of a sudden first practice comes up, they're like, nah, you got to move over to safety. I'm like, damn, safety. And I ain't played that before, but like, I'm a football player. I'll adjust. Like, playing time is playing time. Even like people be talking about like Mason is a club team, whatnot, but it's still football. You put the pads on, you play comp. People try to make the team, like people like still play is bump, you know what I mean? Football is football. And then at the end of the day, I was playing safety for like 2 years, and then senior year, they finally let me play receiver, get busy, but no, Mason was cool because they got like all American accolades and all that stuff. But I
mm.
remember like I think I was the first person to get first team All American all 3 years in like
Oh wow.
five, six different positions for sure.
Okay.
Like my senior year, they moved me to outside linebacker, got first team in that. My junior year, I played kick return, got first team in that and first team safety and two. And then obviously sophomore year, I got first team safety. So safety, linebacker, receiver, kick return, all purpose. I got first team in all of them. So that was pretty cool, pretty dope. But I think the biggest thing for me was like, I mean, I was like very humbly, it was always nice to know that people always be like, why are you playing at the club level? Like, why are you playing at the club level? Why are you playing at the club level? And I was like, beats me, bro. Beats me, bro. But I think that was pretty cool. Like the experience of people like knowing like, oh, like knowing I already knew that I was better than club level, but people coming up to me on the other teams being like, you like that, bro. You like that, bro. I was like, appreciate y'all. But like humbly, like I really appreciated that for sure.
Respect. Respect. All right. What's a hybrid athlete?
Oh, a hybrid. Oh, you saw that? Yeah. So a hybrid athlete. Like yeah, if people be looking at my Instagram and stuff, I'll be really into like high rocks races and stuff. So a hybrid athlete is kind of someone that's like really strong, but also like a really strong runner. So in a sense, it's like if you think about a runner, they're like kind of slim builds, like skinny and all that. But if you think about somebody that's like bulkier, it's like, oh, this dude be lifting all that stuff. And a hybrid athlete is like a blend of both, where it's like you can mix in with the runners, you can mix in with the strength trainers and all that, like with the people that lift and all that stuff. So I'm trying to be like a hybrid athlete where I'm like still fast and agile on the field, but then obviously lifting wise, I'm still trying to be swole, big, and all that stuff. So that's kind of like hybrid athletes, like a blend of both worlds, of the running world and the lifting world, and also like obviously I'm not going to give up football, basketball because I like getting busy in those too. But that's like essentially like what a hybrid athlete is, like a blend of like both worlds.
Okay, okay. Are you just lifting the train, or are you get into the competition world, or what?
Honestly, like lifting for me is like honestly like working like a job now and everything. It's like either I like time after is like I go home, sit around on my couch, sleep, and go back to work. But for me, lifting, especially now that I've been into high rocks races now, like I got one coming up at the end of the month. I got another one coming up in September. It's addicting, bro. Like
Hmm.
training for something to look forward to. You know what I mean? It's like, dang, I got another race coming up to prepare for at the end of the month. Oh, like let me dial in real quick and do X, Y, and Z. Oh, I got another race coming up in September. Let me strength chain, work on this, work back to the basics, back to the basics. So I think for me, growing up, being in sports around all my life, it was always nice to look forward to training for something. So in high school, it'd be like training for Friday night games. For college, it'd be like training for Saturday games. Post college, it'd be like, all right, like sure there's flag and everything, but let me lift the state in shape. So I think I'd be working out. I People always like, oh, you should compete one day, you should compete one day. Maybe that is down the line, but for me, I like training for something to look forward to. And I'm very competitive, dude. Like I love winning. I love like trying to shave off time on my high rocks, shave off time on my mile, or anything like that. So I think for me, I'm right now, like for the next year or two, I'm gonna be training for a purpose is definitely like high rocks races or like just hybrid races like Ironmans, maybe potentially stuff like that.
Okay, okay. All right, back to the field. How's it feel to be a state champ?
Man, ooh, it was nice, bro. I mean, I always joke around. I was the Tyrese Halliburton on Team USA, bro. Like, I ain't even do nothing, bro. Like that team was stacked. Like that was definitely one of like the better states teams we played on. Like I came out on Saturday. I was like, dang, like this team is like, if we don't win or if we don't make the finals, this is weird, bro. Like, and it was cold. It was like snowing. Like I remember I couldn't feel my fingers, my toes, or anything like that. But it felt great, bro. Cause I remember that was actually my second states I played in. The first one I played in, it was like at South County, and I didn't even get to like go play like that for real because like Sundays like church and stuff. So they lost too early. So I was like, dang, like we lost already with that team. So then afterwards, like it was in Richmond and stuff, but like I went down for only Saturdays. But like for me, like that states time, those type of formats, it really starts on Sundays for real. Cause that's when like the playoffs and all that happens. So that was like my first true like good experience of playing states where we actually got far. We actually got to like play, got a ring and everything. It's a nice ring, bro. Like better than the FXA rings. Like it's actually a nice ring for states for sure. But yeah, like but again, like eights, like I don't eights is low key dying in my opinion nowadays. But it was definitely a cool experience, bro. Just playing, seeing all these different teams from VA come out and play.
Okay, okay. All right, what's one thing about your game you're still working on improvement?
Still working on. Definitely flag pulling. For
Okay.
me, flag pulling for sure. Cause like believe it or not, like I'm a very defensive minded person too, on top of like being on offense and stuff. Cause like for me, I let the quarterback do his thing. I let the quarterbacks do the routes. I just run routes. But for me, like defensively, like I'm like I want people in the right positions. I want people to be in the right areas where it's the easiest to pull flags. But for me, obviously, I like coming down like a bullet and it's like pulling flags. But like I'm used to that because I played safety for like 3 years. I'm used to coming down, cracking people. But obviously, flag is different. People can dip on you, spin on you, hip twist on you. So for me, flag pulling definitely something I'm working on. Like there's days where I'm like, dang. I'll be pulling mad flags, and there's days like, dang, I'm like right there. I'm like Monday for instance, but it's like different because like there's people that are like you gotta watch out for them. Like you can't let them get too loose on you. Like one miss flag, they gone. So it's like those type of people that can get busy on you. But for me, definitely flag pulling is like I'm always in the right areas, but it's just like the pulling aspect because people be dipping all that, like knowing when that's coming. That's definitely something I'm working on.
Who's a shifty dude that when you line up and see that he's on the other side, you like, it's gonna be a hell of a day trying to pull this guy flags.
Ooh, there's a lot for sure. I mean, I mean, everybody gonna say Tone and all that stuff. Like Tone's like that. Like that's why he's up there for Team USA. But I think for me, I never went against Brandon. Booyah. People know him as Booyah, but I call him Brandon. But I never went against Brandon in like FXA formats. But I remember going up against him in like college, like triple threat flags. Like I used to have to watch out for him. He ain't get too busy on me because like shroom flags are different. Like pop flags are way different than triple threat. You could just tug the shirt and it'd be coming off. But
Mm,
nowadays, if I have to line up in front of somebody, Orlando be getting busy. Like there's people I go against. Like I don't go
yeah,
against Brandon or Connor or anything like that. So luckily, but Orlando be getting busy for sure. Like I think when he catches an open space, like he's definitely somebody that's hard to pull. Like because you don't know what move he could dip on you, he could twist on you, he could spin on you or something like that. And then
and then he fast.
and he fast too, yeah. And then I think just love it, love it. Just like he's just a savvy guy, you know. He knows flag. He just knows angles. He knows all that stuff. And then definitely somebody up there too. I'd say sneakily. Oh, this one hard, but actually nah. Actually nah. I think everybody else is like they don't those two like come to mind where it's like an open field, like they like catching slants because they know they could get active. You know,
Mm,
everyone else is like sometimes they be getting busy, like sometimes here and there, but like those two definitely like every single time you see them, you're like, oh, they getting active for sure.
okay, okay. All right, what hurts more? Dropping a pass for a first down, missing a flag pull and giving up the first down, or biting on a pump fake and giving up the first down?
Definitely dropping the first down for sure. Just because for me, my role is to catch the ball,
Mm,
and it's like if I'm dropping it, I'm not doing my job. I like biting on pump fakes, that's not part of the game because you're trying to get the pick, you know.
mm,
And missing the flag, that's also part of flag. But that my job as a receiver is to catch the ball and go downfield. So if I'm not doing my job, then I'm not doing a good job. So it's like for me, like pump biting on pump fake, sure, I'm trying to jump the route, all that stuff. But for me, catching the ball, that's like what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? So definitely that would definitely hurt me more.
all right. Which feels better? A diving flag pull, a high point pick, or a chase down flag pull?
Ooh, I mean, I think chase down flagpole for sure. Cause I don't know why people be actually. I know why, but like people nowadays they be calling me slow. So I'm like, all right, like I gotta prove these people wrong. Like I'm not slow. Like what we talking about? But definitely like walking somebody down when they think like they about to score and then just coming out of nowhere walking somebody down. Like I think that's like the best feeling in the world. Cause like for me, I don't really play safety no more, so I don't be high pointing nothing. Like
Mm,
that's other people's job. But for me, if I'm like up in the box and somebody getting busy and I'm chasing after, and I feel like people be like, "Dang, he fast!" Like people be seeing that more.
okay, okay. All right. Favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You have any?
Cleats. Honestly, I just like liking Nike Vapors for sure. Nike Vapors. I think for me, I got really wide feet. So Adidas. I had a Adizero one time. They were way too narrow for my foot. So ever since then, bad experience. So some people say Adizeros are a little bit better, but I think like bad experience for me for wearing Adizeros. And then I've always wear Nike Vapors, like Vapor Speed, Vapor Untouchables, all that stuff. I think Vapor Speed definitely cool because different material and that stuff, or like Vapor TDs too, all that line. But I think if I had to choose Nike Vapor cleats for sure. Jersey wise, man, all these people be coming up with the most creative jerseys nowadays, bro. Like I really like the Gabba's beige
Mm,
one too. I like that one, but I think the Rogue jersey is hard too. The Rogue one, I think the white one we had was really cool. Like the
okay,
white one we had was calm too. I like the red one too, but I think if I had to choose, it would definitely be like to a tournament. I would be packing the white road jersey and then the beige Gaba jerseys because I think those two definitely cool.
okay, okay. Well, all right. Fourth and goal, but this is five, so I guess third and goal. You're, I guess, on the goal line. What route are you running, and who you got throwing you the ball?
Noah for sure at the goal line. What route I'm running? Oh, it depends. So if I'm playing on the outside, I love my comebacks because a lot of people think they can get close to me, but like I'm not a small dude, so they can't just bump me on my route. So I like to get right up on them and then break out and then get the ball that timing route. Or if I'm in the slot, I really like my Keenan Allen routes where it's like I get the choice route and just break it in or out. So I usually like running my whips too, but I don't really run it like a whip. I run it like a choice route. If he's already playing inside leverage, I don't gotta waste no time going back in and out. So I definitely like my choice route. So those definitely my go-tos. Like I think I'm very much of a I like outbreaking routes a lot more. So comebacks or like whip routes for sure.
Okay. Okay. Which one is your bread and butter? Which one you feel like you're the best at running?
Like in general or at the goal line.
In general,
In
excuse me.
general, post over top for sure, for sure. I think tournaments like Weekend Warriors actually like it proved. I was like, all right, yeah, like ain't nobody stopping me on a post over the top. Like I was cooking, busting everybody, and then people be start lining up too far inside. Then I turn it into a post corner because I be cutting fast too. So people gotta respect the speed. So I got a lot of leverage to deal with like rocker steps, all that stuff. But I think post over the top definitely my favorite and my best route for sure.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, man. That's 4 for 10. We finally did it, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
These 4 for 10s will not stop. Every Wednesday, we got y'all. Now, talking about.